Well, Steve Simeone is the kind of guy you can just hang out with, maybe have a beer and some pizza, and just talk about life. So funny and such a great comedian. I got a chance to sit down with him virtually this week before his Comedy Works South tour. Well, let's go ahead and get right into it. So I have seen a lot of your comedy sketches. You talk a lot about family in that Comedy Central segment you guys have. I think it's called This Is Not Happening. Is that
Yes.
correct?
Yeah, that was my buddy Ari Shafir's TV show. It was the best.
So funny. The best, the best. So, of course, you talk a lot about family in that one. Now, with the pandemic, are you able to connect with your family at all right now?
Actually, I just relocated from Los Angeles to Florida just to be closer to my parents. And then last week, I had my first shows of the lockdown. I was in Arlington, Virginia, which is about a 3-hour drive from Philadelphia where my brothers live. So I was able to see them last weekend, and it was fantastic. It's exactly what I needed.
That's so great. Well, and before we started the interview, I did tell you, I feel like I know your brothers, Mark and Chris, really well from your comedy segments. But I have to ask, I mean, what do they say when they see you, doing sketches and bits about them? Are they pretty excited about it?
I think they're happy that I'm just not asking them for money anymore. So they're like, hey, whatever you have to talk about. And I think they do like it. I think because it's all a celebration, you know? Yeah. It's like, this is what life's really about. It's about family, food, fun. That's what I think I love most about Denver. The city just has such a great attitude. Like, there's just such a celebration of life in Denver. It's fantastic. And I've seen it grow tremendously over the last 10 years. My first time to Denver, I was touring with the late, great WWE Hall of Famer Rowdy Roddy Piper. And we did shows together at the Comedy Works downtown. And I was just so excited because the Comedy Works is a legendary club, and it was an honor to perform there. Yeah. And it was my first time ever at a great club. And it was my first time ever in Denver. And ever since then, I was like, I want to do whatever it takes to come back to this city.
I have to say, to you, one of my favorite comedy bits that you do is the pizza one where you talk about, your family pizza night.
Yeah, the greatest.
Oh, so funny. So is pizza pretty important to you? I have to ask.
Oh, yeah. That's been one of the things that got me through the first half of the lockdown is that I've been making my own pizza.
What?
And then I start, it's so much fun just making the dough, and then I let it sit for 3 days. Like, I take it seriously. I would start off watching YouTube videos. I worked in pizzerias as a kid, like when I was in college and stuff, but they, like the old Italian guys, never let me really make it. Like, they didn't trust me, but I got to watch them. And then, like, whenever I travel, I always want to find out what's the best pizza. And then I go there. Like last year, I had sort of like my trip to Mecca. There's a pizzeria in Brooklyn called Tafara Pizza, which is widely considered to be the best in the country. And I went there and I got to see their sort of techniques, and that helped me with my at-home pizza cooking. So the first half of the lockdown, I was making pizzas and bringing it to my buddies, like dropping it off on their front steps. Like, here's a hug you can eat.
Okay, so bummer that you don't live down the street. I might have to go through while you're in Denver. All right. Well, perfect. Hey, to wrap things up, Steve, I really want to ask, what's ahead for you? Do you have any new projects going on that we can look forward to?
Well, what I'm super excited about is the great Bill Burr read one of my scripts, and it looks like he wants to produce. I have an idea. It's called Gym Buddies, because I used to work out with this guy named Robert Obrist, who's currently training for the world's strongest man. He's a giant. He's like 6'8", 400 pounds. And in the script, he plays my little brother, and we just hang out at the gym together.
I love it. That's totally something I would watch at night, eating my pizza, drinking my beer. I love that. Awesome. Well, Steve, hey, thank you so much for joining us on Colorado and Company. Again, it's been such an honor to be able to chat with you.
This was the best.
Yes, the best. We need to hang out and have some pizza together and chat.
Come to the shows at the Comedy Works. We will for sure get pizza afterwards.
Perfect. I love it. It's a date. Thank you so much again, Steve. We appreciate you.
All right. Thank you so much.
Well, next time you can't think of something to say to somebody, ask them how important pizza is to them. That's a good question. Well, don't miss Steve Simeone, live and in person at the Comedy Works Landmark. That's September 17th through the 19th. The show is also live streaming, so you can watch from the comfort of your own home. Learn more about showtimes and get tickets online right now. That's comedyworks.com.